Hi Rmja.
Are you taking a video shot or a picture?
Yeah, this is a video, and what I'm doing is I'm collecting people's first contact with either the school or EJ, and I'm kind of not telling them about it until I actually have the camera on their face, just so it's like really spontaneous. So would you do that for us? Would you share with us your first contact with the school?
Oh, that's such a big subject.
Yeah.
First contact with EJ.
Or the school, or the work, or whatever you want to share.
Okay, but how long do you have to tell it?
In about a minute or two, or three.
Boil it down to a minute or two. Okay.
Or take as long as you want.
Well, for me, it was when I was in Vancouver.
Okay.
I was about 30. I just met my birth mother. I was adopted and I just met my birth mother, and that was really cool. And then no, it was just before I met her. See, it's a long time ago.
How long ago?
Well, I'm 53 now, so
okay.
That was 23, 24, 25 years ago. I'm not exactly sure. I came here first for the Zelda Convention, 89. I'm not sure if I should look at the camera or you.
Whatever you want to do.
1988, ZeldaCon is when I first came here. And I had been in contact with the ideas a year before I came here. And actually I'd just broken up with the love of my life, who I'd been with for 10 years, and I was beside myself, lonely. I just didn't know what to do with my life. I felt like I had done everything I came here to do, and I had nothing else to live for. I might as well kill myself, but that would be stupid. You know, I thought, like, what's there to do? You know, it's kind of at the end of the road, so to speak. I wouldn't, get this, I wouldn't commit suicide. I just methodically thought, I've done it all, I'm finished. And then, by a series of coincidences, I went into a bookstore called Quintessence at that time, which Jacek Muszal ran, which was actually a weapon shop of E.J. Gould's. A weapon shop, that science fiction book, The Weapon Shop, these shops that just appear when you need them and then they disappear.
Weapon Shops of Isher?
Yes, Weapon Shops of Isher. So in a way it was like that. I didn't know it then, but it was a weapon shop of Isher. And I went on the pretense. I brought someone for a UFO meeting. I was not the least interested in UFOs, but I said, I'll take you there if I can come. But I wasn't interested in that. I went around the bookstore and I bought a book on the positive thinking by the Huna in Hawaii. That's what I did. I bought that book. And Jacek was also in the bookstore, kind of tracking me while I was going around looking at books a little bit, and asked if I did babysitting for his niece, and I said yes. So I ended up meeting Jacek and everything, and he made a date for me to come back and do some babysitting. And so I came back, and
Slide your chair over.
I was looking at some books on the shelf. Of course, he directed me to the Human Biological Machine as a transformational apparatus at EJ's. And he just showed, oh, there's some interesting books. So, you know, I picked them up and I was looking through the chapters. And all of a sudden a voice came out of nowhere, and it wasn't in the space, it was in me somehow. It's hard to say. It was like a booming male voice that sounded like it was growing, coming from pipes deep and far away in the earth, and like, it was like, I can hardly explain how I heard this voice. But as I was reading the chapters, descriptions on the chapters, this voice was saying, deep inside of me somewhere, as if from far away, okay, now you've done it. Nah, you can't go back, can't get away this time. You gotta go forward. And it's like the strangest experience. I've never had anything like that happen to me. And so I closed the book and I put it back, and I'm like, oh. And so I became interested in the ideas there at Jacek's Quintessence, and I was there for a year. And I came, and actually when I saw Revenge of the Fly video, and I saw Della and Menlo on Revenge of the Fly, I, I could barely contain myself. I recognized them from another lifetime or something, and I had to do everything I could to get here. And I didn't recognize EJ on that video. He was a little scary to me. His eyes, they were a little scary. I was a little like, ugh. But I sure recognized Della and Menlo, and I felt they were my sister and brother, and I had to do everything I could to get here. I couldn't believe I lost them. It was really interesting. And that period of my life, when I was in Quintessence and I came down here for ZeldaCon and went back to Vancouver and then ended up coming here again and staying, that was a whole shamanic opening for me. Weird things happened. Doors were there at the end of my bed when I woke up, big white doors that hummed, and what happened was that I became sick almost, like separated into two worlds, like one foot in one world and one foot in another, and I was just getting more and more cracked apart, and so I had to come and go see the doctor, Dr. EJ, who fixed me up. I don't know how, but, you know, who knows how these things happen, but I feel like he made me whole. He helped me make myself whole, and then I kind of became fulfilled like I'd never become fulfilled in my life, and I had no idea how any of this happened, except I just came and stuck with it, with him and with the people, and these things happen. It takes a long time, and anyway, now I've got a lot. Then he gave me so much that now I have to work with it, what he gave me. And so now, even though I may not be around so much, like doing things with him, I feel like I'm working with stuff that he gave me. It's a lot. So that's kind of the restaurant at the end of the universe. That's what I think this is.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you so much.